I'm here to just tell you, you are not broken. You don't need fixing. Hi guys, it's SYNOLVE. So I wanted to come today and talk to you about something that I have been experiencing for quite some time in my own life. Welcome to my channel. And so I'm SYNOLVE, and I talk a lot about amazing things that can help you, but also if you are traveling or if you are wanting to build your YouTube channel, and I'm documenting, of course, the Black Exodus journey and my own journey to become an expat in paradise, which is, the Jamaica, Caribbean island, all of that. But from time to time, we do sit and we do talk because it's important discussions for how to craft our lives and how to unleash the queen that is within all of us, right? For you gentlemen who are with me, joining me today, for us to unleash the royalty that is from within. And there are sometimes barriers, right, to those things. Also, if you'd like to support me, you can buy me a tea over at Buy Me a Coffee, and that helps to support the broadcast and helps me to be able to continue the work that I do. So I wanted to share my journey with anxiety, perfectionism, and self-sabotage. And so my thing that, I really have to keep telling myself and understand that one of the things that really helped me was to know that I'm not broken, right? And you're not either. You are not broken. You don't need fixing. We all have struggles, and we all struggle with something. And so struggling with perfectionism, anxiety, self-sabotage is, a part of life, but it's a part of things that we can definitely work through. And so let's work through some of that together. I watch YouTube, right? And I have some amazing creators that I follow. And so I was watching this video by Roberto Blake, and he talked about stop struggling with motivation, depression, overcoming doubt, depression, anxiety, and of course with Rashida Dow, Stephanie Perry, Alicia Renese, the artist. They all talk about these common themes that often affect us as Black women, but many people throughout the world suffer from these issues relating to burnout, exhaustion, stress, and learning how to break free from those things that keep you and that kind of pull you and hold you back, so that you can live a life of ease and welcome your bliss. And I have really watched these things because it's been part of my own journey. So I thought I would share, right? I thought I'd share a little bit about my journey. Recently, I went on a broadcast with Blind Guy, his wife, and their life. And I had this huge anxiety attack, performance anxiety. It hits you at the worst times. And so I was just very nervous and feeling a bit overwhelmed, stressed. I couldn't find anything. I could not find the simplest thing. I couldn't even find the brush, which is, you see me just pick this up. I couldn't even find my brush to do my eyes, right? to do my eyebrows. I could not find anything. Ladies, you know the struggle. It's real when you just can't find anything. And then that just kind of sets you in motion, And so from being as a small child, I had to perform. I played piano, I played classical music. And so I would have to perform. I performed speeches. I went to music competitions for piano. I was very successful. But along with that, the hours of practice and the hours of stressing over performing and how well I was going to do, really over time took a real burden on me. And so my grandmother, of course, was a perfectionist, and she knew how talented I was. I had scouts that were really interested in me as a child. They wanted me to go the direction to perform at Carnegie Hall. It was all of these expectations that were set for me, and I also did really well in school. I was always a top performer in school. I always had really exceptional grades. And you guys know, right, this whole idea of Black excellence and fitting into that can sometimes be very overwhelming and stressful when you constantly and consistently have to hit marks. You have to constantly perform. It's also something you may experience at work, in your job. We often, as Black people, have to work twice as hard, right, for these achievements to sit at, to have a seat at the table, to sit in these corner offices, and it can be very, very difficult, no matter what level or where you are. And so I have throughout my life dealt with this sometimes even debilitating anxiety. And it's something that I have just struggled with and had to learn to work through. Well, that's my story. What's your story? Tell me what what your anxiety is, or where it began for you. Because one of the things that I've found that has helped me to work through my own anxiety is to sit down and really think about where this all began. So, writing in your journal, really taking a moment to go through your thoughts, go through your past traumas, past history, and just see where this all began. It is so completely helpful. That is one of my main tips, right? That's one of my main tips. Fear and anxiety are real, and they're real in the Black community, and we often don't really pay attention to it as much as we can. We often don't truly shed light on it as much as we need to. And I'm here to just tell you, you are not broken. You don't need fixing. So many times we are so hard on ourselves, me included, especially me. We enter into this inner dialogue, and we're hard on ourselves. I beat myself up, and I really am hard on myself. Why am I in this moment? Why is this happening to me? And why can't I be stronger? Why do I have to break down in these moments? And so I had to realize to just give myself a break and just love myself, and to really celebrate the way that I am wired, and the way that I deal with things, and the way that my body and my mind respond. It's about mindset and conquering self, and really realizing who I am. And so stay tuned. I'm going to give some tips. And so stay tuned for the tips, because what we really need are solutions to work through this, not beating ourselves up or feeling that we're somehow broken, or feeling like we're somehow less than, because we all have struggles and we all have things that we face. So with performance anxiety, it is something that can be debilitating, and it can be this fear about your ability to perform a specific task. You can have it, but before you're having to go on stage or do a big talk, or to do something that you haven't really done before, is going to get you out of your comfort zone. You may feel like you're going to be, a failure, or suffer some type of humiliation. At least that's how I have felt. I felt at times that, maybe I wasn't, the self-sabotage, this inner voice talking that you really have to have a check on. I have felt maybe that I wasn't good enough, or I didn't have any information to share, or I didn't have value, right? So Timothy Ward recently shared in a video that he thought that everyone was better than him. He said, I thought everyone was better than me. And he suffered a lot from feelings of inadequacy that led him to drink to numb the pain. And so everyone deals with anxiety in their own different way. For me, I deal with anxiety by eating, or just by sleeping, or just by not being as creative as I could be, kind of pulling myself back away from the world and hiding myself, because I had this fear of, well, what if I put the content out there? As creators, you guys know, right? When you turn the camera on, you're turning on your life to the world. You're putting your voice and your creativity, your heart, your passion out to the world. And so what if it bombs, or the video doesn't do well, or I'm rejected? And so what if they don't like me or like my content, and my channel doesn't grow, or no one likes my post? I mean, we live in this world of creativity where people can like or thumbs up, or and they hide behind these little keyboards, right? They hide behind their keyboards, keyboard whatever junkies or whatever they are, and they say all the mean things, right, that they can absolutely say, absolutely find. And trolls can hide behind their non-real pictures, right? Their profile pictures. They can put up a flower or a bumblebee or whatever it is that they want to put up. And so they can just be keyboard gangsters. That's the word I was looking for. There's keyboard gangsters. They can type, say whatever they want to say, and you're at the mercy, right, and of whatever they say. And sometimes as creators, unfortunately, you put your life out there, you put your content out there, and people just come for you for absolutely no reason, right? And you're battling the algorithm, trying to stay afloat, trying to put out great content, research, and do all the things, make the great thumbnail, make the great title, and put in the metadata, the description, all of that. And here you go, right? And so I was having this performance anxiety. I was doing something new when I was getting ready to go on the live with Black Guy, His Wife, and Their Life. I hope you go check out that live. It's about audience and conquering the algorithm. So I was, just really about to talk about something new, something that I haven't really shared about on my channel, but I will. And I promise you, because it's really good information, I will share some really great hacks. I said that about myself. And so I had to learn, right? I'm so proud of myself for patting myself on the back. So I had to learn to pat myself on the back. Fortunately for me, I have a really great husband who loves me, Milton, and so he helps me get through it. He helps me by saying encouraging words, by doing little things that seem little in the moment, but he knew I was, kind of having this semi meltdown panic attack, and he went and got me a bowl of grapes. Thank you. Thank you. He got me a bowl of grapes, which gave me something to concentrate on, because then I was like more concerned about when I was going to get to eat the grapes. He got me water. Oh, thanks. Thanks, babe. Thank you. Thanks, babe. Which was absolutely amazing. And he was like, you're going to do well. Just breathe. Breathe, right? Take a step back. Usually meditating really, really helps for me. really, really does help. Taking a moment to just breathe through it, and to just breathe through it, breathe, meditate, kind of clear my mind. If I don't have time for that, the next thing to do that really helps me, and look, I'm just be honest, right? We're just being transparent, is to mess something up. Just go ahead, because get it out of the way. And so what I did yesterday, I took my makeup bag, here it is, and I just dumped it all on the bed. I just had to, because the room was clean, everything was, ready to go, set, and I just dumped everything out. So there's the mess that I was telling myself I was going to create, right? There's the mess. It's there. It's in plain sight. I know the mess is there. I'm good. So now I can move on. I did the mess, still didn't find the eyeliner, but I did the mess, created the mess that, I was telling myself, my subconscious was, this rabbit brain. I call it rabbit brain. So the rabbit brain that keeps you like talking, your ego, right? All that. I just made the mess. And so I could look at the mess, see the mess, and I was fine. It was much better anyway. And then the last thing is just to live through it, right? Live through it. I think that's 5. Live through it. Live through it, because you're gonna survive it, right? You're going to survive it. That's the thing. And sometimes your brain is telling you you won't survive, you're going to fail, and you're not. It's going to be amazing. Actually, after I did that, people bought me copies. After I went on the broadcast, people loved it. They said it was like a master class with one guy, his wife, their life, and they loved it. They actually bought me copies to say how much they loved the work that I had done. Can you believe that? And I was worried and stressed. Let me go and take a sip. Good stuff, right? So it is difficult. I'm not going to sit here and say that dealing with stress and anxiety and self-sabotage and perfectionism, that they're not difficult, because they are. And I'm able to laugh a day after, but they're real. They are really real. If you feel like you need to talk to someone, then do. I do also take vitamins. I try to drink water. I try to get enough sleep. All of those things. I try to really prepare and do research and do my work, write down notes, which helps me with my performance anxiety, my stage fright. But I'm not alone. There have been some amazing people who have had, stage fright as well. And so Mahatma Gandhi he struggled with public speaking for many years. Barbara Streisand, she has still to this day severe stage fright, and she definitely began suffering it at the height of her career. And so performance anxiety does not indicate a lack of talent. It just indicates that it's there, right? We all have fears. All have things that we struggle with. And so the thing to do is to allow yourself the opportunity to feel in that moment, to feel what it is you're feeling, to acknowledge it, and then live through it. And of course, breathing and, writing down where this all is coming from, writing down even how you're feeling in the moment, journaling, are going to be extremely, extremely helpful. Breathing and giving your space to go mess something up, right? Like I did, right? Don't do too much now. No, I'm not saying tear the house down or do anything like that, but just the simple thing of putting my makeup, all over the bed, dumping this bag out was enough of the, sort of mess that I needed to happen, to acknowledge, that it's there, and then to meditate and to breathe, and then live through it, get through it, keep going, move through it. Those have been the things that have been helpful for me. Well, I hope that this podcast has been helpful for you, and that something that I said as I share my own struggle with anxiety and with perfectionism and self-sabotage have, resonated with you or have been helpful to you in some way. So if it has, please let me know in the comments below. Also, share with me your tips. If you are experiencing any type of anxiety and stress or self-sabotage or depression or perfectionism, then please share below. Share some of the things, tips that you do to get through it. Some of the exercises or mind hacks that you use to get through it. Some of those tips, because you share your tips, and also if you'd like to, you can share your story below. But if you share your tips of what you do to get through it, then maybe we can help the entire community and we can help other people. They'll see your tips, they'll hear my tips, and we can get through this together. So leave a comment below with your tips, and I look forward to reading them. Give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Give me a nice, lovely comment. I'd appreciate that too. And please share the broadcast with someone who you think this might be helpful to as well. Also, if you'd like to support me, you can buy me a tea over at Buy Me a Coffee, and that helps to support the broadcast and helps me to be able to continue the work that I do. All right, guys, I love you guys so much. This is, again, SYNOLVE, and I'm signing off, and I'm going to see you in another broadcast real soon. Bye-bye, guys. Remember, you are amazing, you're loving, you're kind, you're beautiful, you are talented, and you are amazing. And you are welcome here. You're always welcome here on this channel. All right. This is SYNOLVE. I love you guys. I'm going to see you in another broadcast really, really soon. Bye, guys. Because. Bye-bye.